I am so happy to be here. It's Sunday morning and I got all my friends here. They're all out of frame, but they're all going to be asking for coffees, and I'm going to be making as many coffees as I possibly can on the Silvia Pro X as quickly as possible. So, first orders, guys. What are we going to have? Who wants what? Okay, Yuko, go first.
Cafe latte.
Cafe latte,
please.
okay. Alright, the beans we're using today, these are a Costa Rican geisha anaerobic process, which most people in this room were like, what does that mean? I have no idea.
Also the camera.
It means it's a really fancy, a very fancy bean. It's very expensive. So I hope it's going to be nice for everyone. Alright, I dialed this in this morning already, so it's good to go. And you guys can talk if you want to. You don't have to be like afraid.
This is the first time I've seen like coffee being made from the beans. I have never.
See, now I'm kind of nervous because everyone's watching and it's very quiet.
I'm admiring your craft.
As soon as we went live, the atmosphere just like completely changed. So like, don't say anything.
It's like Charlie's in action for the first time. Like normally he just brags and talks about it, but now I'm just seeing him doing it. Like, okay.
Live, no editing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, I might ask for you guys' help so that I can keep the speed up.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like washing cups or latte art jugs or something.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sure.
Now?
How many
This is
grams?
coming out like slightly faster than I wanted to, so I'm gonna like adjust that. But it looks great, and I tried it this morning, and it's a really nice coffee.
I get to see it here, in my mind. Yeah, a couple people. Someone said, can't wait to see some live latte art.
Great.
From
Okay.
Andrew.
I'll try and do it like close to the camera so you can see.
We have all these cameramen here, we can point the camera.
Yeah, you can
Have your
unhook it
coffee.
from, so it's on a little tripod thing, you can unhook it if you want.
Yeah. When is it?
Okay, can you see?
That's a microphone.
Tell me, I can't see the camera, so let me know if it's actually in frame.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can go closer and
If you tip a little bit more.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, right there, right there.
Right there.
Oh,
There we go.
Lovely.
I don't usually have this response, usually I just have a camera that doesn't react at
No,
all.
it's lovely.
Okay, this one's for Yuko, thank you so much.
Oh.
Okay.
Clean
That's-
Rosetta.
It was
Yeah.
fast.
So if you wanna next time when I do the video of the latte art, you can just pull this and unhook it.
Yeah.
So that would be really helpful if you want to do that.
Tilt this? Or can't tilt this?
You can tilt it as well, or you have to unscrew it,
Right, okay.
just like that,
Yeah, got it.
and then you
got
can
it,
go
yeah.
up and down,
Right.
and then like that. Okay. Next up, Xander, you said you really want coffee this morning.
I really do.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want?
I would like cafe latte? Latte. Yes.
A cafe latte.
If that is the right
That
word.
that is the right word. So one of those like stupid little things that coffee people will say is if you say I want a latte, like a barista will give you a cup of milk because that's what latte is.
Really?
Oh, shit.
It's just milk. So cafe latte, yeah.
Yes.
I prepped a lot more than usual, and I got all of them in like measured out 18 grams into these little cups. I'm gonna adjust this one a little bit actually. So I'm gonna put it like half a step finer because
Nice.
it came out a little bit fast. It's a 15.
I never thought about doing that.
Charlie from
Really?
Okay, Charlie, let's see a phonics.
Ah, a phoenix.
A phoenix,
Okay.
sorry.
Or a
Yeah.
unicorn.
Or a unicorn.
Challenging you.
I mean, yeah. Well, I'll do what I can.
Yeah. Maybe warm up a little first.
Yeah. If you're having a latte, I'll try a Phoenix.
What's a caffeine zebra?
Wow. Oh,
A what?
like a
Caffeine zebra?
A caffeine
Someone
zebra?
wrote in the chat.
maybe like
I have no
stripes
idea what
of
that means.
white and
The
the
people's name?
And someone asked, let's see a phoenix.
Okay, so the Phoenix I might be able to do. It's hard to do it like when I'm live, but let's give it our best shot. I'm so distracted. Usually I'm really like quick with my workflow, but there were a bunch of questions that people asked about the Silvia Pro X on my Instagram that I want to answer as well. So after I've concentrated on this one, I'm going to answer some of those questions.
Let me know when you need help with the dishes.
Okay, thank you so much. Maybe now.
Alright.
Just so that I can quickly go between. I only have like 2 proper sized jugs.
Alright, so.
Okay, that looks much better.
so
Just
what-
this, yeah, in the kitchen, and that would be great. Thank you so much.
Just this one?
Yeah, just that one for now, and I'll give you one more. Minute.
Okay.
Okay, so I might try a Phoenix, but it's not. I'm not confident. Ah. I'm running out of milk. Ah. Okay. There we go. I kind of ruined the Phoenix. I got close, but I ran out. Yeah, I ran out of milk. I ran out of milk partway. So, but this one is for Xander. Here you are.
Thank you.
And Anson, that's the
Wow.
best I'm going to be able to do for now. Thank you. Thank you so much, Will. Okay. Who's next? Sae. What would you like, Sae?
Can you make like sakura design?
Like what, a latte art, Sakura?
Sakura?
I
art.
can make like a flower. I'm not sure
Flower.
if it's going to be like a Sakura, if it's going to be perfect, but yeah.
Please.
I think I need to go to the kitchen and wash both of these as well. I should have a separate towel for this. This is oh, thank you so much.
カフェラテと
and
か
this too.
カフェラテ。
Okay, cafe latte.
カフェラテ。
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had I want to find where the questions were. They were in like a. Here we go.
Are you having
This.
some questions?
And this, yeah. So the can you ask me one of the questions, Miyako?
Right. How are you feeling about distributors like the Pullman wedge as part of
Okay,
Right.
that's a good question. So the Pullman wedge, it's kind of like a distribution tool. I think it has like a V shape. So it kind of it's supposed to distribute the coffee around in a circle around the portafilter like this. But I'm kind of changing my mind slowly on distribution tools, which is weird because I used them a lot before and I really enjoyed them. And what I've found recently from like looking at different people's analyses and stuff of the coffee distribution is that they actually cause more channeling than they prevent. So that's kind of strange. Like I don't know how, but that's what the data's kind of showing right now. So for the moment, I've been holding off on using a distribution tool, and instead I focus on using this, which is my homemade WDT, which breaks up clumps in your grind, and tamping as consistently as I can. So those are like the two main things that I do now. So I haven't really been using my distribution tool recently. So I should probably make a new video on that because the distribution tool video I made is like one of the most popular ones on my channel. It's like 200,000 views or something. And I'm feeling like, oh, like what should I do? Should I like take that video down? Like I don't want to because people are still finding it useful. Maybe I just need to make another one explaining like the differences and why you might want to use the distribution tool. Thank you so much. Okay, so yeah, that's a good question. The Pullman wedge, I haven't used it yet, but I want to find out more. Okay. Do you have a picture of the latte art you want me to do?
Right. I don't have.
It was in, I think if it's in the book, I can give it a try. I can't promise anything. Remember, like last time I ran out of milk, which was like, that was a bad move.
It looks like most of the latte art for Sakura is used with like coloring.
Right, okay. I have some
what
coloring
about-
in my fridge, but I
Yes, tulips.
haven't used it for a long time.
It's more. This isn't. Is this more? Not really Sakura, but this looks more manageable.
Oh, that's really easy. That's just an etching.
Oh.
But I don't know if that's really Sakura.
Yeah.
Flower here.
I mean,
That's it.
if you get me a chopstick from my kitchen, I can do that quite easily, I think.
Right.
What's your image?
こんな
Ah.
作っちゃう。
Okay.
なんか
Okay.
ちっちゃくても結構でもいい。
Yeah. What about that?
うん。
Let me show.
Thank you so much.
Oh wow. These two, if you make the five petals,
Perfect. Thank you
it
very much.
might look like Sakura too.
Oh, look at
と
that.
か粉、
Wow.
粉とか。
That's doable. I'm gonna leave all of these ones aside, but I can make maybe like one or two of those.
Yeah, we gotta give you a good challenge.
Okay, I'll give that a shot.
Let's make this. Save.
I should do like a badum-dum sound because of the. I'll give that a shot. Like a shot of espresso. Ah. I'm still getting used to the steam power on this thing as well. Okay, let's see. Let's see
こ
if I
れ
can
で
do
見
that.
せた方がいい？
Okay, you can angle down a little bit.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's kind of like a lot of hearts into the middle. How many does the sakura have? Is it 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm doing this like the dumbest way. I'll just do like one here because I'm running out of milk. Okay, that's kind of
Oh.
what you're looking for,
Okay.
right? All of these ones are really complicated where I have to turn the cup. Maybe I should use my my Imagine cups because they don't have a handle. I keep on getting the handle in the way. But yeah, here we go.
Nice.
Ooh, lovely.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Cute.
Oh,
わあ、ありがとう。
Yeah, I hope you enjoy it because the
かわいい
just
ね。
enjoy the flavor. I want to hear what you think about the
Mm.
flavor because these beans are like really special ones. I got them from Hochino Coffee in Hokkaido, which is run by a friend of mine called Bruno, and he's in my Japan Coffee Lovers group on Facebook. And everyone in our group like raves about his coffee. They all buy his coffee. It's really really tasty. So I bought a lot of his coffee for this thing. This one is yeah, it's pretty good.
Let's try it.
Okay, who's next?
いただきます。
And can we have another one of the questions, Daniel? Can you read one of the questions for me?
Sure.
美味しい。
So the first one we already did.
How different is the coffee scene in Japan in contrast to Europe?
Okay. That's a good question. Tokyo's coffee scene is actually it's a completely different thing because it grew up in a different way. Like Japan's they have like 3 like main kinds of coffee shops. So they have like the chains which are Dotor here, and I don't know if anyone outside of Japan would have heard of Dotor, probably not. But like Dotor, Excelsior Cafe, Tully's Coffee, and places like that. the coffee is like, it's kind of, they're copying Starbucks. They're doing the same kind of thing as Starbucks. It's like a second wave coffee place. But they still have those old kisaten, like the old Japanese style coffee places. And some of them are really, really good, like surprisingly good. Like it's just an old guy like pouring, doing just hand pour over, and it's like fantastic coffee. And the people there are so friendly. Like there was a place near Yoyogi I used to go when I was working there that I loved the coffee there. So it has those two things, but then it has like the really ultra modern, like highly invested, super high end tech places. Those places, a lot of them are really nice. Recently, I've noticed a trend of them opening and closing very quickly within the space of a few years. There would be a few shops that I've noticed they'll like massively open in like Shibuya and Shinjuku, and they'll open like 20 stores in a year, and then all of a sudden they're gone. And I think they treat sometimes coffee as like a tech startup, and they think we can just like boom go, and it doesn't always work out that way. And I never want to like hope for their for the coffee companies to go down. I want them to like realize that they have a specific product for a specific market, and I want them to maybe like, I think it's better when they grow more slowly, they can kind of adjust to their market better. So yeah, that's what I think of that, the Tokyo coffee scene. I love the Tokyo coffee scene. It's like there's so many good cafes here.
カフェラテか、
カフェラテ。
でもカフェずっと作ってるんですよね。カプチーノでも。
カプチーノでも OK。
じゃあカプチーノ。
Yeah, I can do a cappuccino too.
So I think you know
Yeah.
Anson.
I do know Anson.
He asked you a question. How long have you been in Japan, bro?
I've been in Japan almost 10 years, bro. It's been a while. I came here in August 2012. So yeah, it's been almost 10 years. And that's why you might hear a little bit of Japanese going on in this live stream. There's like a lot of the people here are Japanese, and I can speak some Japanese with them, but I'll try and keep it to English because most of the people in my town I think are English.
I think I got that last time.
Oh really?
Yeah. She picked
Which
up
one?
the Mexican man.
Mexican man.
I'd rather not do that on live stream. I don't want to get cancelled.
No, I just think it looks cool.
The elephant.
How about,
There was one, someone was asking about the inverted tulip. That's one that I've done before. I quite like that one. It's quite fun to do as well. Not as challenging as like some of the ones like with constant rotations and stuff, but I can do that one too. Maybe with a cappuccino it might be easier as well.
easier if you try the tulip one.
The which one?
Inverted tulip, yeah.
But I'm okay,
Yeah.
like whichever one you want. Daniel, maybe you can ask another question from the list
Sure.
before.
So another question, any advice on a knock box? Are the wooden ones with a built-in tamper good to use?
The wooden ones with a built-in tamper. Trying to think what that means. The only one I can think of is like the Kobe Diva comes with a wooden kind of like, it's more like a prep station. I wouldn't use a knockbox and a tamper that's built in together. Yeah, or like a knockbox with a station like that. I would separate those things. They're not that expensive and it doesn't take up that much space. You can see my knockbox actually before I do this. My knockbox is very small, so you don't need to take up a lot of space with them separately.
What is a knock box?
The knockbox is what you knock your espresso pucks out into after you finish making your coffee. So,
And what's the tamper?
the tamper is, these are good questions that I wouldn't think to ask because I know the jargon. So this is the tamper. So this is what compresses the puck and makes more pressure.
Okay. Newbie questions.
Newbie questions, but it's okay. I like answering newbie
これお
questions.
願いします。
Okay, I will try. I think I might have overdone the milk a little bit because
Can you come closer?
it's for a
Closer?
cappuccino.
Twist.
Can you come closer?
Oh.
Sorry?
Okay.
Twist this.
This is already not going well because I think I'm not used to using a jug like this, like small jug. So I might have over foamed the milk a little bit. I can't really do it with this jug. Okay, I'm gonna try again later with a latte, but that's terrible, embarrassing. Okay, but it's gonna taste just fine. It's gonna taste great. It's just not as pretty as the other ones. I'm gonna try that again and maybe not use this jug for steaming milk because I'm not used to it. Would someone like to volunteer? I feel bad making Will do it.
Oh,
every
yeah,
time.
no, I'll do
Oh,
it.
yeah, I got it. I got
Is it okay?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, be careful. They're
Are you
really hot
sure?
underneath. Thank you so much. This one's not hot. This one is hot. Thank you.
That's what I'm here for.
Someone on the live, they asked, "What is your dream espresso machine?"
Oh,
That's a good
you also made a big faux pas that probably other people in the chat would be like, oh no, is that you said espresso.
Espresso.
It's espresso, yes. So my dream espresso machine, it's actually 2 espresso machines, which is probably like very immature of me. I should just pick one. But I really would love. Oh, can I? Thank you so much. Just wash them and dry them quickly. So I would love to have a decent DE1 Pro or DE1 XL because it has a lot of the. I'm really into like the whole sciencey side of it. I really love when you have like information on the pressure and the flow rates and all of this stuff. Like I love playing with that stuff. I really want to know more about that stuff. The Linear Mini is also one that's on my list. But I need to think about it more these days because there's a lot of other machines coming out that have like different feature sets. I'd love to have like one of those really nice lever machines, like maybe a Profitec Pro 800 or something like that. So there's a lot of machines on my list. It's hard to choose. I think I would probably need at least 2. But for now, this machine has been absolutely amazing to use. I've completely loved using this compared to my old machine, the Silvia V2 I was using. It was 14 years old. I can't believe it survived that long of daily use. But yeah, the Pro X is really nice. And as you can see, I've been able to make these coffees much faster, even while talking and doing all of this stuff on the live stream, much faster than I would have been able to do with a single boiler, which is way more. You have to make the coffee, then heat up the steam boiler, steam the milk, and by that time, like your coffee has kind of been sitting for a while, so you get more marbling with the latte art and stuff. And then you have to cool down the boiler, so I usually have to put lots of cold water through the steam arm to pull the temperature back down to brew temp. It was just like an hour of back and forth, making all of these coffees all the time. So yeah, I really like this new one. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
The person who asked the question, he said after he saw your review, he bought a Deva.
Oh really?
Diva,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Diva, Coca Diva. Yeah, yeah. I'm so glad. Like that review was. I worked on that so much, and I love that grinder. I really wanted to keep it, but it was when I got it. It was the prototype. It was like they only had like 1 or 2 of them or something. They were sending around to different coffee people, and now I've been watching their Instagram. And they've got all of these different ones like white or black coated ones with like walnut or ash or like all of these different styles. And I'm just like, oh my god, like I would love one of them now. Thank you so much. That's perfect. Okay, I need the portafilters now. I'm gonna go grab the portafilters. Hi. Can I have the portafilters? Dos again? Okay, that's the first time that's happened in a long time. I need to be careful of that. I think I need to. I need to clean that up. Actually, I need to clean the base. This is one of the problems that people had with the DF64. It has these rubber holes on it now that's supposed to stop that from happening. But I think because I've been grinding back to back and not paying enough attention, you kind of got to clean them off so they don't lose their friction. So that's not good. Okay.
Charlie.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay.
Is that the notorious DF64 clamp doing its thing?
That is that in the comments? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the notorious DF64 clamp doing its thing. it hasn't done that much since I've had it. That's only happened once before, and I noticed it was when I hadn't cleaned the thing for a long time. And I think it has like these things. I'll pull one off and show you. It has like these rubber grip things, and those usually work just fine. But I think because I wasn't paying attention today, making back-to-back shots and so much stuff to prep for the live stream. So, okay, I need to see how much. I don't know how much I actually lost here. This makes it a little bit more complicated. Because that's the thing with single dose grinders as well, is like once you've ground the coffee, it's a little bit harder to. I might have. Okay, so it's like 15 grams. I just need another 3 grams or so.
It's hardly the light.
Oh, one sec. Okay, Daniel, maybe you can ask another question while I'm faffing around with this.
Sure. Let's see. How quickly do boilers recover?
In the Pro X. So I'm gonna like hold that in just in case. The boilers recover really quickly actually. So this light, and you'll be able to maybe you can see it in the live stream, is that the light starts blinking when it's like low on steam power, but it usually doesn't take that long. Like by the time I've set up to pull the next shot, it's ready to go again. So yeah, the Pro X, I've been really impressed with the steam on this. It's sometimes a little hit and miss that at first I wasn't sure how to use it best. I think with every machine, you kind of need to figure out how to use it. It's like the other day, I went to a trade show in Tokyo, and I tried the Rancilio specialty machine, which is a $12,000 espresso machine. And it's like, the difference between that and the specialty is, so the specialty is designed, I think, with top-end baristas, like World Championship barista competition winners, just for people who like really want to do all of like the komakai, I don't know how to say in English, detailed things. And yeah, I loved using it, but the steam power is actually way too much for me. Like I wasn't used to it. And so I think a lot of it is like learning to use your machine. This one, the steam is great. You got to learn to use it. And I've actually changed the way I steam a little bit to take advantage of the power in the 4-hole steam tip. It has a lot more steam power than my previous machine. And so, but it's also more distributed, so you can get much better milk, which is here. So, I might be coming out a little bit fast. I might need to do another micro adjustment because I think. Yeah. Okay. Whose is this one? Who am I making this for?
Who's next?
Okay. I would go for Neha. You're making it for me.
Neha, what do you need?
Hey.
You've got like 10 seconds before this is ready.
Okay, the tulip.
Okay, I'll do
Just the
that.
tulip. Yeah.
So you can see, like, just as I turned that off there, the steam light started blinking. So basically it has enough for a good like 250 ml of milk to do in one go, and then it kind of goes, okay, I need to heat up some more milk. So, okay, let's give this a shot.
Yay.
Right, inverted tulip, right?
Yes.
I probably should be using the other jug, but it's fine.
Oh, that's beautiful.
There we go.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That one actually came out okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
Wow.
dozo. Enjoy, I hope you like it.
Thank you. Oh my god.
Wow.
I love how everyone else's reaction was like they were watching on the screen over there, and they're like 3 seconds later, wow!
You're a little delayed on the screen.
Yeah. Okay, so before I do the next one, I'm gonna clean up a little bit. If this was a cafe, I think people would like come in and like see the mess everywhere and like leave.
What do you need help with?
Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's cute.
All the little gadgets.
Wow.
Is that specifically for?
It's my coffee
This-
vacuum
yeah.
cleaner. Yeah.
So
I
cool.
use it like exclusively for coffee stuff all the time.
I'm
okay.
surprised you haven't had to refill the reservoirs.
I mean, it has a massive reservoir actually. This is it's not even a little bit empty. It's like
Mm.
almost full still. So it has a 2-liter reservoir. So if you think about it, an espresso is like what, 30 to 60 milliliters. So that's like a good couple hundred, I don't know, dozens of. What do I need cleaned? Hold on one second. Thank you, Will. Will is like the best person here. I'm so happy. Will and Daniel and Yuka and everyone like giving me so much help. I couldn't do this without you guys. How would I do this live stream without you? Okay.
You can't.
I can't. No, I can't. Thank you so much. This one I need, but that one, yeah. Thank you so much.
Most people saying they just brush the grinds on the floor.
That's kind of gross. But I guess like if you clean your house more often than I do, I'm a bit lazy with that kind of stuff. I clean my house when I have people coming over. Okay, Danny, can you give me another one of the questions from here?
So there's a question. Do you WDT? Which I don't know what that means.
Okay, so I think I mentioned it earlier in the live stream. This is the WDT.
Ah.
Okay, I'm gonna be careful because I can see the same problem reoccurring. Okay, so WDT is where you take your portafilter and you get your coffee into your portafilter like so, and then I use like a little dosing funnel so it doesn't fall out. And then this is WDT. So you start from the bottom, you move upwards and go like this, and then basically it breaks up any boulders you might have in your coffee. So boulders, basically water would move around them rather than through them, and so they don't extract any coffee from them. And so you end up with channeling, so the water is trying to like find the easiest path through the coffee. And so doing a WDT, I do it every time now. I didn't used to, and at first I thought it was really silly. I saw all of these like little WDT devices that people are making, and my one is just a wine cork with 5 sewing needles in it. So it's the cheapest upgrade you can do. Like a lot of people, they'll spend crazy amounts of money making their espresso just like a tiny bit better. Like there are little devices. There's one called the Portafilter, which I really want to try out. It looks like it looks a lot like a distribution tool. So I have one back here. So it looks kind of like this. This is a distribution tool. The Portafilter looks like this, but imagine like 100 needles sticking out of it. And you press it down, and it kind of like breaks up all of the coffee. And they cost like, I don't know how much they cost, like $100 or $200 or something. And that's just to make your espresso a tiny bit better. So for this, like for a WDT like this was like a wine cork that I just got with wine, and then a dollar store needle set, you know? So that's like a huge improvement for such a small price. It's like a no-brainer for me. So yes, I absolutely do WDT like every time.
Is for a noob, what is WDT an abbreviation?
It's Weiss distribution technique. So yeah, that's, I don't know who Weiss is, but that's just what it's called. Yeah. Okay, there are a few more questions, and there's another page.
These questions are done. How do I?
So
navigate?
this one, there's another set of questions, just 2 more questions on that one, I think. Okay, who am I making coffee for now?
Will or me?
Okay, I think both of you deserve coffee earlier because I don't know how to choose, because Daniel, you've been helping with questions, and Will has been helping with cleaning.
Daniel's okay. I don't
Okay.
drink so much coffee. I know he does.
Daniel, what do you need?
Cafe latte.
Cafe latte? Do you have a design in mind that you'd like me to try?
Who has the book? I'll take a look.
I'm not sure what this yellow. You need this yellow napkin.
Oh, I'm going to use it in about 30 seconds. Thank you so much. Okay, this one is spraying a little bit, and that, maybe there could be some channeling, something going on. I might have gone a little bit too fine. That's a good thing to note. That's why I have my little book here. So I see like what my grind and my dose and everything has been.
Oh wow!
So I think
that's.
Okay, so Daniel, have you picked a latte? You're gonna an art.
Looking for
Yours is gonna be ready in like 15 seconds. So
no stencil, man.
no stencils. No, I don't have any stencils. I don't do that stuff. I do free pour. That's
Let's
my
go with the
thing.
windmill.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah. Easy enough, right?
It's a complicated one. I haven't practiced that one before, but I think I can do it.
I think you could do it. I have faith.
I'm gonna try for the first time live on camera. Okay.
Here we go. Can I just show this book, or is it going to be like copyright?
Go ahead. Show the.
Okay.
I don't know if it's like.
Okay, so we're going to go for the windmill here.
Okay. So I want to clean up this cup a little bit because I feel bad. All right.
Alright.
And I think I have to do this. Ah! I spilled it over the side. Ah!
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
I kind of got there, but then I wasn't paying enough attention and I spilled it. I knew that was going to happen during this live stream. I just didn't know it was going to be this one.
I think it's
Okay.
yellow color.
Thank you. Maybe Daniel, do you want to take a sip of this so I can put it down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it? Oh my god.
Thank you. Gambate. Maybe bring your face to it instead of the. Oh my god.
Mm.
Awesome. Okay. I'm glad it tastes good. And
Oh.
too much on the power. Okay. Don't worry, it's okay. We can.
We're still not there.
No use
trying.
crying over spilt milk. It's good.
Mm.
Oh, that's cute.
That's cute.
Nice.
It made the latte out better. It made the latte out better.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's Will's turn now.
It's Will's time now.
He's been waiting patiently for
Yeah.
coffee.
I have a smaller one, the small cup.
This one? I have other big cups if you need.
No,
if you-
that's okay.
Okay.
He's afraid of it overflowing.
Yeah.
No, I don't drink as much coffee, so it's okay.
I should get my bag anyway. I need to leave soon. Little whole heat.
It's gonna have a nice aroma. Coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Also,
for-
the coffee taste is so good. It's
Thank you.
So much
Yeah.
different than normal. I mean, of course, but not. I didn't know it
Well,
would be that different.
I don't know
Yeah,
if there's a place. Maybe in the,
that's one of the things that maybe
It's
it
like
should be
dirty.
a rule in my house.
so maybe in the kitchen.
Yeah,
Or
just
the
in the
laundry.
corner, yeah. Yeah, that's one of the rules in my house. I think is you have to say it's like, this is better than a cafe or something, and you have to say it like, nice and proudly. Yeah.
Definitely better than I'm coming.
I
want
think
to come
that's
back
one of the
again.
reasons why I love making coffee at home. Like, is when you're
Yeah.
making coffee at home, like you have complete control over what your coffee tastes like. And yeah, you do have to learn a lot of stuff, but it's so much fun once you get it. It's so much fun, and I love doing this all the time.
I mean,
Like-
there's a lot of multitasking that you're doing. You're
Yeah.
measuring things. You're controlling the the flow and the
Yeah, I
temperature
think
and cleaning up. So that's remarkable.
There's tons and tons of variables that go into coffee. I
Yeah.
totally forgot that I bought Lotus biscuits as well. You can.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is a lot of multitasking, and also a lot of there's so many variables that go into making a good coffee. Like you've got to know all of these things, and a lot of times you can't judge. Like you can't really figure it out. Like you have to go, I don't understand. Like this coffee hit perfect timings, and it came out. It looked beautiful when it came out, but it tastes really sour. I don't understand why. And there are a lot of things you can kind of adjust. Like so, one of the things I learned from one of my friends, Ben, who worked at Ogawa Coffee in Shimokita, he said, often when the coffee tastes really sour, but you're still getting really good timings, you can dose up a little bit, which allows you to change the grind setting, so that then you can kind of experiment a little bit with like, how is the extraction going to come through? Do longer extractions, do shorter extractions, like just experiment with it. And if you're at home doing that, like you can do it. You can't do that in a cafe. You can't say, oh, this coffee tastes sour. Can you like make it again? You know, you just, yeah. So that's, yeah, it's one of my favorite things to do. I love doing it. So okay, this time I actually need to measure because I ran out of pre-weighed
Really
cups.
quick, can I switch over to the live stream comment?
It's on the left one there.
Okay.
Hey, Charlie.
So Anson said, thanks for the video. It has to get going.
Okay. See you later, Anson. Will, you had a question?
How do you feel about the elephant?
Oh, the elephant in a small cup as well. In a small cup, that's impossible. Maybe like a simple free pour one, like
Excuses.
yeah.
I'll take,
Excuses.
I'll
Why
take
can't
the
you?
bunny.
A bunny?
Yeah.
Show me the latte art.
It's pretty small.
It's a small bunny. Okay. I think I tried to do this one before and it's deceptively difficult.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
The eyes
Um,
and
yeah.
the nose.
Yes, it's like looks like this. I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's gonna be a little bit complicated to do.
okay, I'll try this one.
Someone asked a pretty technical question.
Okay.
That might be interesting. With WBT, you're not worried about accidentally damaging the holes in the portafilter basket?
No, I usually don't touch them. Like, it might be something to think about the sides, like scratching the sides with the needles. But I mean, these things are pretty heavy and pretty strong. I haven't really, to be honest, I haven't really thought about it, but I don't think it's going to be that much of a difference. And I haven't noticed any problems with the holes. But maybe, I don't know if I put this up to the camera and see my portafilter. It looks fine. Doesn't look like there's anything getting in the way.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming. See you next time. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the coffee.
That's all. I enjoyed a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Have you tried
Okay.
RDT often?
RDT is different from WDT. This is the Ross dropper technique, so I have one of these for that. That means spraying a little bit of water.
That's too hard for stock.
It's difficult. It's not something I'm really prepared for. Like, it's just because it's like the free pour ones, the ones that you just pour with the jug, and the ones that use like etching or like something like that. Those ones actually are pretty complicated sometimes.
I want to know the difference, like just looking at this.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell the
I
difference
know,
if you don't know about. Just keep picking one until I say, okay, I'll give that a try.
A swan?
I can do swan.
Let's do swan.
Okay, what kind of swan?
What do you mean, what kind of swan?
I mean, there's lots of different swans.
This, whatever, this
Just-
one.
Okay, yeah, I can do swan like that.
Alright, let me see.
That one should be fun. Do you want to show on
Yep.
the camera like
Yes.
the picture? I'm going to try and match that one as
Next.
closely as possible.
Swan.
I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it in a small cup. I'm going to do that in one of these ones, my cruise ones.
Like a... what kind of swan?
What kind of swan? Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of different ones, like different designs. Okay. There was another question on the other page, the middle page on the tab there.
Yes.
I think there's one more question that I haven't answered yet.
Does your portafilter handle rattle on the Pro?
Rattle? No, no. At least I don't think so. No. I haven't noticed that. My question would be, why would it rattle? I don't know.
Yeah.
The portafilter on this is the same. It's the commercial size portafilter, the same one they use on their high-end machine. So I was using the Rancilio Specialty, that $12,000 machine the other day, and it had the exact same portafilter as this one. And so for me, that was like, oh, that's really cool. It's the same as like the commercial store machine, you know. So yeah, no, I've everything about this machine so far that I've used has been like all the build quality, everything has been like really, really top quality. I'm trying to think of like anything like worth mentioning in this one before my review, but one of the things that I'm using today a lot is the soft pre-infusion. So when I press this button, there's a pre-infusion for like 5 seconds. It lets water go on the puck without putting any pressure on.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the value of this machine in terms of
The
like,
value.
yeah, so meaning like the price to performance sort of factors?
So there's like a couple different kinds of like answers to that question, because in Japan it's like it's a home run. It's a 10 for sure, because basically for this price, hold on, I'm going to concentrate on this for a second. It's really like pulled together. Okay, it kind of like pulled together a little bit. I think I need to put a little bit more air in.
Don't
Maybe
worry
I should
about
concentrate more on when I'm steaming milk. I need
It's
to
a
concentrate more.
beautiful swan.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful swan. It's a chubby swan. Yeah.
It's like a-
Enjoy. Yeah, I hope you like it. Yeah, that's all the coffees that we need to do. Apart from my one, I haven't made my one yet. But what was I saying? I was saying about the
Value.
the value. Okay,
Yeah.
so out of 10 in Japan, it's a home run, 10 easily, because a lot of machines in Japan. So I don't think it's out yet, but it's coming out soon, and I'll talk more about that on my Instagram and on my YouTube. Yeah, usually machines in Japan, they're priced up a lot, and I think a lot of that has to do with testing and things like that. They have to do a lot, but usually machines here are like 400,000 yen or more. Like that's like maybe double the price of machine in other countries. But I think Rancilio is importing them directly, and they're doing a lot of that directly themselves. And so they're cutting out all of the middlemen and just going straight to market with it. It's going to be like $2,400 ish equivalent, maybe a little bit less than that with the exchange rate now. But yeah, it's $1,800 in the US. And it's going to be 250,000 yen in Japan, which is like, that's outstanding. That's like the best price you could possibly imagine for a dual boiler machine like this. So yeah, definitely in Japan, 10. In America, there's so much more competition. So I still want to give it a really high score, but I'm not sure what I will give it yet. I'll think about that a little bit for my final review of the machine, which I'm hoping to release next week. So do we have any more questions coming in?
There's I think one more on the live, and then there's also one more here.
Okay, what was the one that was from my Instagram?
I'm not sure how to interpret this,
Oh, is it
but
how
how many back-to-back 10-ounce lattes before?
Okay, it got cut off because I screenshotted it. So how many back-to-back 10-ounce lattes before it runs out of steam or power or something? So I have just made, how many did I make? Like 6 or 7? Seven lattes. The reservoir is like more than half full. So, and this thing can go all day. So actually, I feel like I could even do like a small cafe. Like if you're maybe like an Italian restaurant or something and you're just doing a few espressos for customers after dinner, like that's totally doable. Like this is a really very, very capable machine. Any more questions from the live?
Yeah. Which brand of cups do you prefer? Acme or not neutral?
Acme or not neutral? Okay, I have both of them. So these are the Acme cups. These are the flat white cups. I love these. They're such a classic look. They're really nice. So I usually use these for, especially if I have really fancy beans, I'm going to use these ones, or I'm going to use these small cortado cups from Cruve that I like. And I also have, this is another one that I use. This is the Vera, I think, the not neutral Vera. This one is really nice. I use my not neutral latte cups. They're my favorite ones to do for latte art because they're big. I think it's 350 mils, so it's a lot bigger than most of the other cups. And I really like those ones. So those are the best ones.
I think there's like basically 2 more questions that I see
Okay.
on here. So one is from Chicago. Have you been continuing to home roast? And if so, how's it been going? I find the rubber tips for the DF64 work better on the bottom forks than.
Oh, good.
So
Okay, some
two
good
of them.
advice. Okay, so I will try putting the rubber tips on the bottom. Mine are on the top actually, so maybe that's why it fell out. So good point there. Thank you. And yes, I have been continuing to home roast. I just bought 4 kilos of different beans from an importer here that I'm really excited about. So I've been using my Sandbox Smart Roaster. I think I sold my Gene Cafe roaster about 6 months ago, and I've been using the Sandbox Smart Roaster because you get that roast curve, and I can kind of play around a lot with like what I'm doing with the roast. So yeah, that one I'm definitely continuing with that, and might be trying to get myself an Ileo bullet sometime soon so I can go a little bit more down this rabbit hole. Okay, let's have one more question and then we're gonna call it.
Yep. Last one. Apart from the Rancilio, what have you
Have been your other
favorite espresso machines?
Okay, apart from Rancilio, what have been my other favorite espresso machines? A friend of mine had at her cafe, she had a GS3, which is a really nice machine, incredible steam, like lots of control. I really liked using that one. And I really loved using the Decent. That was, once I used that, I was like, okay, I definitely need one of these in my life because it's got so much control and so many things that you can adjust, like details and everything. Like for someone like me who's really into like the science and the data of coffee, like that for me was really exciting. So yeah, Decent D1 Plus for sure. But anyway, thank you so much everyone who tuned into the live stream, and I'm gonna finish it up here. If you really enjoyed this, like make sure you like it and you share it around with other people. And if it's good, if people enjoyed it, then I might do this again, might make this a regular thing on the channel. So awesome. Thank you so much, everyone.